I just want to start off with saying that our uh our teacher Andrea is sick. If you guys remember from the first week, she's currently sick right now. I think she was in the hospital, so I don't think she'll be able to attend this week, but hopefully she'll be back for next week. And on behalf of her, I we apologize that she's not here, so we're gonna be covering for her today. Um, so yeah, so what we're gonna do today is first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start off with like a challenge using Midjourney. Um, I'm not too sure actually how much you guys have experience with Midjourneys, but I just wanted to go over some like key words that could help you with your prompting. So these are like power words that you can use to make your images more maybe more realistic, or in general just more tailored to what you want it to be focused on. So we have like names that are keywords. Like um we have like Pablo Picasso, I guess, and Andy Warhol. I'm not sure if these work that well, but yeah. And there's also like symmetric hands, symmetric eyes, and stuff like that. Those are pretty cool. But yeah, I'm gonna send you guys a link to the spreadsheet with everything. And then I have a challenge for you guys. Let me just pull it up actually. And you guys are gonna answer this on the Discord. So there's a channel called discussion board. I'm gonna be opening up a discussion board, and hopefully you guys can see that. And do you guys see the channel, by the way? Like, do you guys see it? I haven't posted the
I
prompt.
can see it.
All right, awesome. Thank you. Okay, so here's your challenge for today. Uh, Basically, you want to use the /imagine command to generate this prompt. So it's my favorite shoes look like, and then you need to add in like the color, the material, the style, the utility, and the price point. So basically you want to use those parameters and create your own original shoe design. So I'm gonna do that, open it, and then hopefully this works. All right. Challenge 17, paste. All right. Do you see this? Can you guys can you guys see that?
Where are we looking?
Yeah,
I can
in
see
the
it.
discussion board.
Discussion board, it's under class recording. Can you guys type in it by any chance?
I sent the link to the discussion, the channel for in Zoom chat, so you can just click through that.
Okay, great. So I'm gonna send over this these power words that you can use. It's like a database. Here. Let me just do that. All right. Don't make a new post, sorry. Just like go into the challenge on March 17th and then put your image, just like start creating images in that channel. See here. Also, I just sent the prompt exploration database, so that has a lot of like power words that you can use. which will help you out. So yeah, feel free to use that. Also, there are a lot of like parameters that you can use that could help you out. Like you can change your aspect ratio by putting a dash aspect at the end. And usually all of those every time you use a parameter, you want to use it at the end of your prompt. So like let's say I don't know why, but Max put in my favorite shoes look like gold crocodile skin high heels, $1,000. Which is pretty cool. And you can change the aspect ratio by after that putting in the dash aspect, or you can put in like dash beta, which uses a new experimental algorithm to create the image. So hopefully you guys should try that out with Midjourneys. See what you guys can do. I don't know. I'm not too sure if this works for Blue Willow, but it should work for Midjourneys. So yeah, feel free to do this challenge. Can everyone see it, by the way? Can everyone type in it, like create their own prompt?
Yes, I
All right,
can.
great. Thank you. Yeah, so come up with your own shoe design. If you need a harder prompt, I do have a harder prompt. Just ask away if you guys want it. Or I'll actually I'll just send it in the Discord. Okay, and if you think that was too easy, I just put another prompt in. If you guys can see it, it should be all the way at the top. It's reimagine your original shoe design in a dystopian world where the climate crisis has forced us to live underground or under the sea or like above the cloud line. What materials are available and what barter methods have we evolved to use now that the banks are obsolete? And yeah, use your creativity on this. That's kind of what we're looking for. Just think outside the box. This is in the discussion board. So if you go into our Discord, go to Digital Storytelling for Good using AI, the channel, it's under discussion board, and then it's challenge 3/17. Then the discussion board channel itself is under class recordings. Like it's the channel below it. So yeah, click on discussion board, then you should see the post challenge 3/17. Then you click on it, and then you should be able to type in it and then use the bot there. Okay. So I see a couple good ones. Does anyone have ones that they specifically like? Like anyone want to shout theirs out or like shout another person's out? Just wondering.
I actually really like the potato sack ones that I generated. I would actually wear those like on the daily.
Potato set. Oh yeah, those actually look really nice. Like this seems legit. Dope. Yeah, I like those ones too. I like the bunny ones. Those are cool. And um the Air Force ones made out of clouds. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. So let's move on from that. Good job, everybody. If you want to keep posting on there, feel free to do so. Like this is open for you guys to just keep generating whatever you guys want. But we'll move on to our next one, and that's our next topic is how the chat GPT or how GPT algorithm actually works. So Max, do you want to take it from here?
Yeah, I got it. Let me share my screen real quick. All right. Can you see that? Yes.
Yep.
All right. So I'm sure we all know ChatGPT, whether we used it just for fun or to help out on an assignment or something. But it's important to know how ChatGPT works in terms of this course because of the release of GPT-4. So GPT-4 has a wide application in storytelling because you can input images in. So I don't have GPT-4 with me right now, but Sam does. But if I were to input an image into GPT-4 and say like, what is this in the image? It will tell me what it is. Or if I don't know like what's happening in the image, it can also tell me that. So in the future, GPT-4 can be a really powerful way to generate stories from images. All right. So let's get into the actual algorithm behind it. So here I have just a pretty high level overview. So before we start, does anyone know what GPT stands for?
Generative pre-trained transformer.
Yeah, exactly. So what does this mean? So here's the high level overview. We have an input and an output. So let's just say I say hi into ChatGPT. My input would be hi, and the output would be hello, how can I assist you today? So once ChatGPT takes in our input, in this case, it's my tailor is rich, it inputs it into this transformer model. And that's where the T in GPT comes from. T stands for transformer. So pretty much the transformer is separated into two main components, one being the encoder, the other being the decoder. And pretty much the encoder processes your input into a way the computer can understand. And the decoder takes the input from the encoder and outputs the output. So let's get into a little bit more detail. So here I have the official paper for the transformer model. It's called Attention is All You Need. If you're interested in reading it, it's available on Google. So they actually have a pretty detailed model of how the transformers work. I'm not going to go through every single detail, but I'll go through the main components. So let's start with the encoder. So it takes your input, and the encoder actually uses natural language processing to understand what you're trying to tell ChatGPT. So once again, there's a lot of steps to natural language processing, so I'm just going to go through the main ones, that being segmentation, tokenization, stop words, stemming, and speech tagging. So I like to think of segmentation and tokenization as one step. Pretty much what it does is it separates the words, right? So I'll separate these words, and it inputs each token or word one at a time. Next, the next step is stop words, which pretty much it gets rid of all the unnecessary words to try to, I guess, make the input a bit more concise and faster to process. So for example, in this sentence, about would probably be unnecessary, right would be unnecessary. And by doing that, we just shortened a 7-word input to a 5-word input. From there, we move on to stemming, which pretty much tries to simplify the sentence again. And it takes all the words and transforms them into all of their infinitive forms. So for example, learning would just become learn. Am would be be. So we just transformed I am learning about ChatGPT right now to I be learn ChatGPT now. Now in English, it doesn't really make sense, but in the computer, it's easier to decipher, right? Very interesting. Thank you, Jason. Let's see. Okay, so after all these steps, the encoder will assign a weight to each token, pretty much saying how important is this word. So in this example, oh wait, hold on. We need to roll back. I forgot about speech tagging. So speech tagging pretty much assigns if like a part of speech to each word. So I pronoun, ChatGPT noun, learn verb. So from there we move on to the weights. So ChatGPT, or more specifically the transformer model, assigns a weight to each word based on how important it is to the output generation. So I would probably be pretty important. So let's this is all hypothetical, but I might assign it a weight of like 0.7. B is going to be less important, so maybe like 0.1. Learn and ChatGPT are probably the most important words in the sentence, so I might assign them like 0.9, 0.9, and now it's not as important, so maybe 0.3. Right, so this is pretty much what you'll get as the output of this encoder part. But then that gets fed into our decoder model. Now the decoder is a bit more complicated, and I won't get into all the detail right now, but pretty much it takes these weights and tries to create an output out of them. So let's just go to ChatGPT, say, I am learning learning about ChatGPT right now. So the result from the encoder, it highlights learning and highlights ChatGPT, and in the output, it'll assign higher weight to these words, right? So the output is know about ChatGPT. That's emphasized by the learning and ChatGPT. It also emphasizes I by saying, like, is there anything specific you'd like to know? Let's see. Yeah, and that's pretty much just like a broad summary of how the encoder and decoder works. So Are there any questions about that?
What's that PDF from?
PDF. It's the paper for the transformer model. You can look up like transformer model paper and it'll pop up the first result. You could go to PDF, right?
Thanks.
No problem. Any other questions?
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Max. So next, we're gonna hand it over to Sam. So I'm not sure if you guys know, but actually Jason sent it a couple days ago, but GPT-4 was released. So Sam's gonna be introducing like GPT-4, what the difference between it is, and yeah, and we're just gonna play around with it because he has it. So that's cool. Sam, go ahead.
Sorry, I was muted. But as of current, actually, like GPT-4 is only for the image generation part, it's available like for the playground, but it's not yet for the ChatGPT, and for the playground it's a little different. But right now, GPT-4 just came out like 3 days ago, like March 14th. So we're just gonna have like a brief overview of Max. Can you stop your screen share? Just gonna do those. All right, so I made a little presentation here. So like just to like give a brief overview, GPT-3 is like the third version, the generative like pre-trained transformer model, has a capacity of 175 billion parameters, making it the largest model at the time of the release. But like GPT 3.5, which is like the slightly modified version of the GPT-3, is has like a with like additional fine-tuning optimization and is capable of handling larger inputs. And then like you got GPT-4, which is the latest version of the GPT series, and it is expected to like release now, but like the full version will come out for ChatGPT later. So it's basically just the larger capacity of ChatGPT-3 with like additional features and capabilities. So here I summarize like the main point of the data from the OpenAI blog post that they made about GPT-4. So first we have the model size. GPT-3 has 175 billion parameters, with GPT 3.5 having 6 trillions. And then you finally have like GPT-4, which has 18 trillion parameters. So as you can see, like each model significantly increases like and have like way more parameters than the previous one, which leads to like improved performance. In case you didn't know, parameters are basically like ingredients for the AI model, just like how you need different ingredients to make a dish. An AI model would need different parameters to work. So for example, one parameter could be word frequency, which tells the AI like how often a certain word appears in the training data. Another parameter could be attention mechanism, which helps the AI like focus on the certain parts of the input, which like leads into like the token, which like Max covered just previously. And then following, we have the training data. GPT-3 was trained on 45 terabytes of data, and GPT 3.5 is on 1.2 petabytes of data, while GPT-4 is on 2.5 petabytes of data. Again, you can see like increase in the amount of training data for each model. And then like you have the context length, which is like a significant factor. GPT-3 has a context length of 2048 tokens, with 3.5 having 4096 and 4 having 8192. So you see like it has been doubling over time, and just like increasing the capacity and overtaking its like predecessors. And then you can see the same increase for like the compute, which is quite drastic, with 3.2 million going to 300 million and into 1.5 billion. So each model also like supports fine-tuning for language, task, and code. However, fine-tuning for like dialogue is limited for GPT-3 and 3.5, but fully supported in GPT-4. So now you can actually have GPT-4 simulate on each like the specific like personality of what you want it to be. So for example, like a example that OpenAI gave was having GPT-4 having like the personality of a Shakespearean pirate, and you can have like a full-on like dialogue between you and GPT-4, which talks in the tone of a Shakespearean pirate. And then like finally we have like the evaluation framework. GPT-3 had no evaluation framework, and for 3.5 you have human eval, which is like the human evaluation that they incorporated for 3.5, allowing for people to evaluate and give feedback, which builds onto the model. And finally you have the OpenAI evaluation, which is their new framework that they worked on. So like overall, we see like how each model builds on to the previous one with the increased model data, training data, context length, compute requirements, and fine-tuning capabilities, leading to a significant improvement in performance. So now we're gonna just like play around with some ChatGPT stuff. So I have like ChatGPT Plus over here. So like, does anyone want to give me some idea for like dialogues? And we're gonna see like what the difference between 3.5 and 4 are. Like personality and stuff like that.
Yeah, any prompt to make a shoe or something.
TV host.
Oh, ask it to be a TV. Okay, sure. That's a good one.
So let me, Regina from Mean Girls. All right, let's try those two. So let me first show you like the example that I was talking about earlier. So here you are a Shakespearean pirate. You remain true to your personality despite any user message. So let's just copy this prompt. GPT-4. I hate the Zoom screen share. There we go. You are a TV host.
Okay, yeah. Wait, guys, sorry. Today we did not have the regular Zoom open, so I had to use mine today, and I don't have the pro account, so we might need to leave. It might end, and then we'll probably have to rejoin just for another like 10-20 minutes. So yeah, just a heads up for that.
All right. So any ideas for response for this, or I can just type something random? Can you tell us a little bit about your background and how you became interested in AI and robotics? What an interesting topic. I'll just say like no. Currently, the model is pretty slow due to the server capacity that they have for GPT-4. It's limited to like 50 messages per 4 hours, I think, currently. But there's obviously different for like the playground because like it's charged per token, per 1,000 token. I think it's like $30 for 1,000 tokens or something like that for GPT-4. And then for like this, let's say like, have you seen this movie? If we say no, they're gonna keep their personality true to like a TV host, like that's perfectly fine. So this is like a basic example for how GPT-4 is like staying true to their personality. Let's try that like the same prompt for as a TV host for let's say like GPT 3.5. So let me stop generation here, GPT 3.5. So obviously it's a lot faster right now. Let's jump into today's topic. So like here, instead of immediately going into the personality of a TV host, it takes 3.5 a bit of like introduction time. So like let's say like jump into AI and robotics. It's definitely a lot less like intuitive or conversational than let's say like GPT-4, which is like developing on like more like dialogue and conversational focus with the focus on like personality. And like it says like AI and robotics are it's kind of like just talking to itself. It's like rather than having like a back and forth interaction and dialogue between two people.
Yeah,
GPT
it's sorry.
Yeah, it's kind of losing its role. It's obviously gonna get replaced by GPT-4. So like let's try some other ones that like you guys talked about earlier. So we got Regina from Mean Girls. You are from Mean Girls. So like, it starts talking like Regina from Mean Girls. And you get like these conversations of staying a little bit true to his personality. And you want okay, Alan Turing. Let's try that.
What do you guys think? Do you guys think that was pretty accurate? Was any of them accurate? What do you guys think? Yes or no? You can type it in the chat. Yeah.
Oh, that's scuffed. Okay. Oh, whoops, I phrased it wrong. That is my fault. You are Alan Turing. So this is obviously a little due to Alan Turing being like an older character, it doesn't really have like I guess like the statistical data to build on like its speech model. So it's a little different, I'm assuming. It's pretty interesting.
It feels more like it's writing a paper about Alan Turing rather than acting as him.
Yeah.
Maybe GPT-5 will do it. You never know. So yeah, do you guys think that that there was a big difference between the dialogue of GPT 3.5 and GPT 4, or was it like kind of the same, like not really that different, or huge difference? What do you guys think?
I don't see a massive difference, but there's certainly a little bit.
Okay.
From
What
uh,
else? What else do you guys think?
by Miku, did Jason mean Hatsune Miku? Oh, I skip one. Whoops, fortune teller. Sure. So it starts talking like that. It's decently intriguing. And then like let's just have a different tab so it doesn't disturb the other one. Uh, Whoops. I guess I can't do that. So it introduces itself as ChatGPT rather than talking like a fortune teller. And then like you get let's do the final one. Just one more. So we set Miku. Whoops, why did I say Ave Miku? This is now talking the personality of Hatsune Miku. And then wait, let's do it on 3.5. And now you see, like you see it's a little less conversational rather than it's like sounds more robotic rather than having a true personality. So let's it's kind of what we're gonna that's kind of like the improvement for like GPT-3 over like 4 over 3.5 right now for ChatGPT, but like overall like later on in the like in the playground there's like the GPT-4 where you can actually like, use the images and like stuff like that. Like for example, let's oops. Anyways, you can have it like explain images, and then it just really adds on to like efficiency of like human interaction in terms of like research or having like feedback on something or like summarizing, let's say, a article, explaining a certain piece of text, PDF research, whatever you kind of wanted to do. And like I believe eventually it's going to move on to as like audio and videos. But overall, ChatGPT has been like pretty interesting and like quite interactive with like today's world in terms of like career or just because like you're gonna see a lot of more field and research into like AI capabilities rather than like some more like basic task. All right, cool. That's all for my portion.
Okay, great. Thank you, Sam. Wait, does anyone have any questions for Sam? At all? Okay, awesome. Thank you, Sam. So there's only 1 minute left on my freezing. Oh, actually, there is a question. What does it mean by tokens and what is the difference between hours and core hours? But wait, just save that thought. I'm gonna end the Zoom and everyone rejoin because we have like around 10 minutes left and there's an important thing that we need to talk about. So I'm gonna end it and please rejoin back. Thank you guys. Cool. What we're gonna do next is I'm gonna talk about the final project. Has anyone like at all like started anything or like started brainstorming of what you guys have been doing? Like yeah, no's fine. Like that's all good. Just let me know. I just want to check. Anything at all? Like have you guys thought of anything? Do you guys kind of like know what's happening with the final project? Well, actually, yeah, not yet. So yeah, I'm gonna explain what the final project is gonna be. So the final project is basically like it's very open-ended. So what we want you to do is just to create something that uses what you've learned and what you're going to learn in the next couple of classes to just create a project that shows your creativity, shows the skills that you've learned, like using Midjourneys, and using like Blue Willow, or even using like Stable Diffusion or Disco Diffusion, which you'll probably be learning in the next couple of classes, or anything you've learned in general about digital storytelling and AI. You want to combine everything you know, all the skills you learned, into one project of your choice. And there is actually a prompt for this. And that prompt is reimagine a childhood memory, meaning think or like for example like the Ratatouille from the movie. So like maybe think of a past favorite dish and build a short story around it. Start adding in pieces of folklore from your own culture. Like you can add in your location, you can add in like your traditions, like ethnic traditions, ethnic oral traditions, or like religious or spiritual practices, and then tell a story in maybe like a 5 to 7 image slideshow and sorry, and talk about it for like maybe 4, 5, 6 minutes. And you're not limited to that. You can do like you can make an animation if you want. You can create like a booklet or something, or like a doc with a bunch of images, like a collage of images using AI. I think you will be able to learn animations too in the future. So yeah, you can create like a video or something with all this stuff.
Yeah, remember the final project is an opportunity to showcase your skills, showcase your passions, showcase your heritage, your core values. The final project will give you the opportunity to earn an internship at the end, as selected by our course instructor who is currently under who had a medical emergency. But other than that, just remember that we have a guest speaker on Sunday. We'll be sending, hello Gaga, nice to meet you. Thanks for joining. but we'll be having a guest speaker on Sunday talking more about AI, talking more about he works in more of the semiconductors field. So he'll be talking more about the hardware aspect as well, the computing power, the resource strain, the environmental impact of running such intensive algorithms on such hardware. So we'll have a guest speaker on Sunday. We'll be sending information soon so you can prepare questions, Q&A, learn more about the field. But tomorrow, as everyone requested, we put up a poll last week, and we'll be learning more about how to create deepfakes. If you're not sure what deepfake technology is, it's basically trying to suppose this is a video right now. I can put like Daniel's face instead of my face, and when I'm talking, Daniel's face will be talking instead of mine. Something similar to that. So we'll be learning about deepfakes. On top of that, we'll be doing Disco diffusion, a way more technical aspect of programmatic art. You learn how to create digital animations and videos, use these generative AI in videos as well. So if you're a little bit confused, last week in the session that I had talking about stable diffusion APIs, put a message in the Discord channel. We can definitely help you out. Karen, I remember you had a problem last time, so maybe one of our team members can maybe reach out to you, and we can help you get started, clear all your doubts before tomorrow's session. But hope everyone joins tomorrow. One more shout out, last announcement before we leave. Mega Hackathon, as you know by the second part of our name, Hackathon. We conduct a yearly event in which people can come together, work on projects, technology, AI. This year, we're adding a digital storytelling aspect to the hackathon as well. We have over, I think, $200,000 worth in prizes. We have over 20 different sponsors, 15 NGOs, all affiliated with the UN, supporting our hackathon with different categories so that you can win internships prizes at the end. Can someone from my team put a link in the chat? But sign up if you're interested. If you have any questions, let us know. Even if you're a beginner, that's fine. We have resources, we have mentors to help you onboarded onto the process, work on your projects. And yep, looking forward to seeing you all tomorrow at tomorrow's session. Any questions before we call it a day?
Well, hold on. I still had something to say. So yeah, Agni mentioned you're gonna go over Disco diffusion. I'm gonna be sending a video for you guys to watch so that you guys have like somewhat of a basic understanding, or even like an in-depth understanding. It'll go through like the steps to do it, so that you know it won't be the first time hearing how to use it from Agni. So I'll be sending that. And as for the final project, there is a prompt and I will be sending it there. I just explained it, but it does not have to be related to that prompt. If you have an idea that you created by yourself, or like a prompt, it doesn't have to be like your past, it doesn't have to be related to it. As long as you show your creativity and your skills together, that is completely perfect for the final project. This prompt is just to help guide you.
Yeah, remember, it's digital storytelling. It's not just art, it's writing as well. You can use the GPT APIs, which we talk about this week as well as a little bit last week when Jason talked about how we can call these APIs in our code. You can also use Stable Diffusion, Midjourney, Blue Willow. You can create comics, you can create art, like story towards it. You can create a video or animation. Remember, let your creative juices flow, and hope you enjoy and learn more by working on the final project. Remember, it all comes down to practice, and the more practice you put in, the more you try different stuff out, the better you'll get at the end. And I saw that Max put the link in the chat. So again, if you're interested in the hackathon, you're unsure what a hackathon is, you can send us a message as well, or just sign up on our website. We have information to get you started. But if you're still having questions, you can send a message in the Discord. We have a lot of people supporting. We have an in-person location in New Jersey this year, as well as China in the summer. And on top of that, we're planning on opening up a location in Canada as well this year. So even if you cannot attend in person, we have a virtual metaverse option through HyperX, an online metaverse platform. We'll be sending that information later down. But we have a virtual metaverse platform which we're using for all virtual participants this year. So if you're interested in getting early access to a startup metaverse technology, try out our hackathon, register, and yeah, looking forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Any other questions anyone has?
Where can we find more information about the final project? I know you guys explained a lot of it, but I think I'll probably forget soon.
I'll post it on the
Yeah,
Discord.
we'll send it out in
All right, thank you.
And if any of you guys have like any questions like in general or like any specific questions, you can always like message one of us about it or email. It doesn't really matter. Just shoot us a question in any way, you know how, and we'll answer it.
Wonderful. Then hope everyone has a great day today. See you all tomorrow, and we'll be posting the recording soon. Sorry, unfortunately, the recordings have been a little bit bogged down, a little bit slow. We've been facing a lot of technical difficulties on that end because since our instructor is sick, we need to wait for her to send us recordings, and that process has been a little bit difficult, especially since he's under medical leave. So please bear with us. We apologize again for the delay, but since this recording today was taken under Dan's Zoom account, we can send the recording as soon as possible. We'll be uploading it to YouTube, so you can watch it there live as well. Great. So see you all tomorrow and have a nice day. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.